my dear Pisces, this is a love and spirituality reading, a prediction for Sagittarius season, November 21st to December 21st, with me, Queen of Cups Tarot. These readings are aimed towards showing you your blind spot and your shadow so you can grow as a person and thereby be able to attract a better love life and life overall for yourself. And you can now become a member to my channel, either a supportive member that will get access to unique emojis, loyalty badges, and Q&As, where I answer your questions, or an extended member that will get most of my videos ahead of time and with less commercials, and a full member that will get access to my mediumship training videos and other special videos. The higher... So extended members and full members get the perks of the lower memberships as well. Welcome to check this out through the link in the description box and through the join button next to the subscribe button. And this will be a love and spirituality reading for Pisces, Sun, Moon, Rising Sign and Venus, Vedic or Tropical. And I will start shuffling your cards, and I used the After Tarot with Pietro Aligo. When I open your deck here, I see the Hierophant with the Nine of Swords. So you learned a lot, but there's still some demons to be fought off. And this is also going to be very educational. With the demons, it can be how you think about your life that might hurt you. Or it might be people that actually are out to hurt you, but this usually mirroring how you are treating yourself. And it can be other kind of challenges where you are going to feel a lot of anxiety, but you can use what you have learned so far and deal with this situation. So I call the Divine with love and light. And here we have Death together with the Hierophant. I'm feeling that there's a stroke with death here, an encounter with death in some shape and form. You might have to give up something that you would rather not give up because it makes you anxious. Okay, the Nine of Swords that we saw, but death comes here anyway, and it leaves you forever changed, usually to the better. We get wiser and wiser with age often, if we don't get more and more rigid and stubborn and cemented in our old values. I call I don't know where I were, but I call the 6 elements. And here we have the 2 of Pentacles together with the Book of Wisdom held by the Hierophant here. So you get a little bit uncertain what it is that you're supposed to do with the things that happens. But you try to balance it the best way you can. And the Divine is saying, remember what you have learned. Remember the techniques, the ways to take yourself through this and to help yourself along the way. So 6 elements: earth, wind, fire, water, spirit and ether to join us here today and give us a clear view reading for my dear Pisces. We have Wheel of Fortune and Death. So I'm going to take oracle cards since the Death wants to come here. It's some old karma, some old situation, belonging. So there's a lot we sacrifice to be able to belong. It's a lot of things that we do, or we let ourselves be treated badly, or we compromise ourselves in different ways to belong. And this is something you have done in the past, and you're probably asked to not do it that much in the future. Kind of replace it with self-love. Okay, so I want you to be able to walk on I want you to have love in your life and to find yourself in loving relationships. I also want you to be able to walk on your highest path towards your highest destiny. Okay, so wonderful. Quick, I will just tune in for a few seconds to you and your situation in Sagittarius season, Pisces. So this is your future, and this is your now, and this is the past. So here we have the Lovers, and the sword there. So it's about truth, being able to see the truth of your relationship, the good with the bad, and at least acknowledge to yourself what is going on. And you don't have to take any actions from this. Just, okay, notice this is the pattern I am having, or this is how I feel in this relationship with this person, so on and so forth. And here we have judgment. Judgment, it's calling you to grow up and to rely on yourself more, and maybe others less. You don't have to have their approval to belong. Okay, you already are a part of, you already belong. You kind of just need to find out who you are, so you know what you belong to. Our soul is the person that looks out through your eyes, the one that breathes in and out. That's you, not the role you play, or the personality you have. And here we have a 4 of Wands. So this is definitely about self-love and building a foundation from yourself that comes from your way of being able to be adult and take life's challenges and still be adult and still not, fall into pieces or get hysterical or really, really anxious. We can get anxious and we can notice that we're anxious, but we don't have to become all dramatic and cause ourselves to go in even deeper into that feeling. We can just stay with it and, okay, so this is something going on. It wants to have my attention. I wonder what it is. So be curious rather than freaked out. Okay. So this is your past. We have a 7 of Cups. So it seems that this was some kind of hard decision here. You might not have known exactly how to, because we don't know the future. We are kind of dropped here without a map and a compass in darkness and are supposed to figure out what's the best way forward. And that's, of course, impossible. So we will do a lot of mistakes. Shit will happen and we will have to deal with it as it comes. And that's the fun part. We are here to learn. And because we stumble and fall in the darkness, we learn a lot of stuff. And nothing that you get here or are able to maintain here for a period of time is really something that you will be able to keep. The only thing that's worth having here is the experiences and the bonds that you create with other people. These will exist also when you leave this place. But this place is Maya, it's illusion. It's a place where we animate life. We try out different things. We get, as someone in my comment section said, mildly traumatized to this process. I thought it was an understatement, but maybe that's true. Maybe we get mildly traumatized. And the soul can, bounce back from that when it has been able to go full circle and heal from the trauma. It will get new pages to the book of wisdom from the trauma that it has gone through. The trauma has taught the soul something that was so valuable that it was worth to go through this trauma for. So it's worth to make these mistakes because you will learn that what you learn is the important thing, not the thing you experience or the things you lost. So when we are in this situation, we can't choose. Just choose something and see how it goes. Okay? Be a little bit brave. Yes, Ace of Wands. So this seems to be what you did here with Ace of Wands. You tried something new, probably. Ace of Wands is fresh and new, but it's inspiration that comes from straight from your soul, from your very spiritual essence. So beautiful. And here we have the Empress. So the Empress is the divine feminine. It can be an icon for a mother, wife, infinitive abundance. She's nature, she's earth, she's Gaia. So she is the stuff from where every stuff you have comes from. So everything, air, iron, tree, water, everything is coming from earth, despite the sun, the sun's rays, which is igniting the Empress to grow her abundance. So it might be a creative endeavor, or it might have something to do with your feminine role in the world, or can can even be like the love of your life or mother issues. We will see. So the next row here is the Fool. So we have both the child and the mother here. And this is, again, this is what I talked about. We are here to experience. I often do meditations on different tarot cards because they give such an interesting teachings, or the things I learned from this is interesting. And with the Fool, he just leaves stuff behind. I tried to pick up he had a cloak on him, like over this garment. He has a cloak, almost like this Columbo kind of cloak, and detective old style, 1950s in Chicago, that kind of cloak, this beige. And he just dropped it, and I said, well, you might need it, maybe it's going to rain. So I picked it up and I carried it, but he didn't need it. You know, he dived from this cliff and down to the water, was eaten by some whale, ended up in another existence that was almost all purple with different patterns, and he just continued from, you know, dimension to dimension, jumping to like this. So this is the willingness to experience, the willingness to look forward and to be brave and make that leap of faith. Okay, and do so with a smile on your face. So 0 and an ace, 1. And here we have the Queen of Swords. So it's some kind of element here with the Empress. I'm trying to, it feels a little bit edgy, okay? It feels edgy when we think about this Fool kind of energy. So I'm trying to figure out what it is without being too judgmental. So I'm going to take an oracle card, Magical Map Shifter 52. So I'm almost feeling a situation where someone is a little bit sharper and able to take advantage of someone that's a little bit more naive and just jumping into situations. 52. Spirit orchestras everyone's destiny. When the Magical Map Shifter card arrives, it comes with a mission to make you aware of the people who come into your life to impact your personal growth. Sometimes they do so, and they might be, you know, very sharp and street smart and take advantage of you, but that's for you to be taught that there's people like that out there and how to deal with them. Perhaps you meet a soulmate whose presence invites you to be the best you that you can be, or someone who leads you out of a difficulty and into a place of safety and success. Pay attention to those individuals who cross your path today and cause you to reflect on your journey. Be awake, be aware, and you recognize them for the important change agents they are. Your whole perspective about who you are and why you're here will shift. The Magical Map Shift always initiates you into a better version of yourself. So it was nothing wrong with the old version, but you remember you were here to be taught something, or your soul was eager to learn. So if you jump into crazy barrel and you learn that some crazy barrels shouldn't be jumped into, that's a teaching in itself, and it's not a mistake. It's not something you shouldn't have done. It's something that you did and you learned from it. Hopefully. Sometimes we have a hard time learning and we do the same thing over and over again, like the Wheel of Fortune. And we can stay in that nightmare for a very long time because we have set on something. We have decided that, no, I'm not going to be distrusting, or I'm not going to be judgmental. I'm going to turn the other cheek, for example. Here we have the 3 of Wands. So it's another tree, comes underneath the Empress. And for some reason, this card, again, it freaks me out a little bit. Ace of Wands, 3 of Wands. It's something that's open. It's something that's set. It's something that's, you know, it's going to happen. It's going to happen no matter what. It's decided. But it's a little bit unfair, you see, because we have a child here that's totally naive and kind of just running around chasing butterflies and smelling roses. And then we have the Queen of Swords that have read every book in the library, knows everything. And it's like stealing candy from a baby here. But it's what it is. 3 of Wands. This is almost like a lawyer, and this is the the kind of discussion you have, a meeting, an important meeting between the lawyers and the other people, and we are deciding something, and one person might be very trusting and naive in this situation, and things might be decided that's not going to be for your maybe best interest. So with the judgment here, it's kind of advising you to not be too naive in your day-to-day businesses. Read the fine print. Listen between the lines. What are people really saying? Ask a lot of questions. You know, you are also part of this debate. But this debate, it's going to be final in some way or the other. So be very careful with how you're addressing this situation, and don't just trust your lawyers or the counterpart or your partner or your best friend that you're going to jump into business together with, because they might have like both one or two foxes behind their ears trying to put you in a situation where they could take advantage of you. We have a lot of wings here, so angels, and that's your soul self, and that's why it's so easy for you to sacrifice yourself, because you know you are the soul. So whatever you do here, it doesn't really matter. It's like but if you're going to go even deeper in the teaching that's happening to you here on earth, you're of course also allowed to learn to be a little bit more smart, or like street smart, or on top of your game, or see through certain manipulations, or it's something you are being offered here. So it's kind of sweet, but it doesn't feel sweet. It looks sweet, but I'm not sure it is. And here we have the 10 of Cups. So it feels that you are very social in this, in the now or in the future. And you want to have fun, you want to be with people, you want to have different relationships. So maybe you don't care how much you need to sacrifice from yourself, or what you need to do. You don't care about fairness in this situation, because you want to live your life to the fullest and have fun. For some of you, you might meet a new person that they can have an edge towards women. Be afraid of them, for example, and you are not that. So it's a little bit, again, it's a very unequal situation. And here we have the 6 of Wands. 6 of Wands together with 3 of Wands. That's good fortune, good omen. And here we have a 10 of Pentacles in the reversed. So everything, there's a lot of things that's being said and done that's very beautiful, and things are being promised, but they are not going to be fulfilled. So be aware of that the people that you are collaborating with right now, certain people you can be sure of, because you have always been able to trust them, and you will always be able to trust them in one way or the other. But if there's a new situation, or a person that you know can be a little bit cunning, or wants to win certain perks or come on top of life, and maybe don't care so much for who they need to stomp on to get on this high horse, try to not be too naive. We have the solution here. Yes, love people unconditionally, but be smart. Don't get your self-esteem from other people, or get the news from other people. You can hear the news, but you don't have to agree with everything you hear. Make your own opinion, okay? Make your own judgment here. And love yourself. Always keep yourself safe. You can invite other people in and have marvelous, beautiful futures here with people. But don't just trust everyone. This is the most beautiful cards of love that we can see in the minor arcana. And we also have the lovers here. But there's too much of an imbalance for me to feel really safe with this, because one person is really on top of their game and the other person is a little bit, oh, see how it goes. I'm willing to sacrifice myself. And in the end, this person is going to sneak away with all the money, and you might, I'm not seeing you be left without, because maybe you don't care, but it's still unfair from my point of view, from where I'm looking. So, whoops. Romantic feelings. I was asking about you, and you have romantic feelings. They are real and worth exploring. So maybe someone has awakened your romantic feelings, or your feeling of being like a good person and doing something brave and something that will lead to like a tighter community, or more love, or a future where you will be married. And for this other person, we have 2 cards. So pay attention to red flags and passion. So it seems a little bit more short-sighted. Maybe they don't have a plan, a forever plan with you. Maybe they just want to take what you gave them, and that's that. If you hear someone speaking about something that's a little bit too good to be true, or they're trying to just say nice words and not talk about the reality of things, listen a little bit like with really big ears, because what they are saying and what they are doing behind the scenes, it's not the same thing. So I'm going to take also this conclusion. 12. This is the time of endings and new beginnings. Drawing this symbol indicates that you have come to the end of some experience in your life and are about to enter a new one. Don't resist the conclusion, for endings are important experiences and will help you build a stronger foundation for your next adventure. There is also a warning to get all the facts before you draw a conclusion about a situation or someone. You can't know the whole story if you haven't read it to the end. Remain open, even when an ending is final or a conclusion is correct. This is a sign that a new story is about to unfold. So it's definitely 2 people having very different viewpoints on how things are going to end. One is trying to get all the perks, run away with the money. The other one sees, a forever situation here. And it can, of course, be in the reverse. So if you are a Pisces and you feel that you have a master plan to maybe, have Thanksgiving romance with someone that you will never have to see again. I'm just joking. Consider their feelings as well. Okay, don't just run away with the beautiful memories and leave this other person with their dreams. If they be clear with your communication, so there's no misunderstandings what this is really about. And if you are to make business decisions, definitely don't be too naive. Don't give more than the other person in this situation. It's not going to end badly for you. You seem to be happy anyway, but you're not going to be with the thing that this person stole from you. Okay, you're going to be without it. So be aware of that and take sane decisions. Don't jump the gun. Don't be too trusting. Don't be too naive. This is a practice because your eternal soul is never to be harmed anyway. So it's going to be in touch, mildly traumatized. And this is just an exercise for you to have better judgment. Okay. It's not about you being bitter and mistrusting and, angry with people. It's end up in happiness here. It's more about just, I think we should do it this way instead, and just wrecking the other street smart person's all plans about, stealing your stuff with one word, with you just changing. You just play chess a little bit more sharp, okay? So, okay, my dear Pisces. Thank you so much for watching. I hope this was helpful. And if you like my content and want to see more videos like this on how to heal yourself and make yourself ready for that true romantic partner of yours, or if you just want to work on spiritual growth, remember to subscribe and hit the bell notification to get a heads up when a new video is ready and waiting for you. And you can now also become a member to my channel and dive even deeper into personal growth. You can either become a supportive member that will get access to unique emojis, loyalty badges, and Q&As. And you can be an extended member that will also get most of my videos ahead of time and with less ads. And you can become a full member that will, on top of this, get access to my mediumship training videos and other special videos just for them. So welcome to hit the join button next to the subscribe button, or go and seek this out through the link in the description box. Thank you so much, Pisces, for being on this journey with me. I'm truly grateful for my wonderful, loving and supporting viewers. So until next time, take really good care and stay blessed. Bye-bye.